Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the 2011 Shelby GT350. I've got a magazine from Mustang Monthly talking about the new GT350 when it came out. So a lot of people, I posted this online. This article is actually from March of 2010, but I posted this online. A lot of people couldn't read it because it was small print. So this is just informational. I'm going to read it out loud. Please bear with me. I've got dyslexia and I'm reading it off my computer because I can't find the magazine right now. I think it's in the Shelby with all of my show stuff. But, so just bear with me. I'm not the best. I know people will probably make fun of me for the way I read, and it is what it is. But if you can read it and you just want to read by yourself, you're more than welcome to mute me and pause it wherever you need to, or you can just listen to me and let me butcher it myself. Anyways, you guys, let's go ahead and jump in. As I said, this article is from Mustang Monthly. It was released in March of 2010, and it's just talking about the history of why they brought back the Shelby GT350 and what's their thought process. You knew it had to happen sooner or later. After the past half decade of the GT500's Hertz cars, Shelby GTs, and the Super Snakes, Carroll Shelby has dusted off his original and most famous Mustang of all for the brand new 2011 version of the fabled GT350. And like the original, it will have more horsepower than the standard Mustang. And it will be built by Shelby American. Yes, you heard that right. This is the first car from the new Shelby American, formerly Shelby Automobiles. According to Carroll Shelby, reverting to the original Shelby American name as used from 1962 to 1969 will better connect the company's current vehicles to the historic Shelby vehicles of the past, including the GT350. The GT350 name is very special to Carroll Shelby. He remembers how he came up with the name for his performance version of the 65 Mustang High Pro Fastback. We had about 12 meetings with Ford for the name, with Ford to name this car. Carroll told us, I finally asked someone how far it was to the building across the parking lot. He said about 345 feet. So I said, it'll be a GT350. We don't have enough time or money to keep discussing this. Timing had a lot to do with holding back the GT350 name. Right now is the right time for the new GT350, said Shelby American President Amy Boylan. We wanted to wait until Ford came out with the upgraded performance for the Mustang GT, and it's a 45th anniversary model, so everything is aligned perfectly. The original 65 Shelby GT350 was introduced to the automotive press at Riverside Raceway on January 27, 1965. The 2011 GT350 was slated to be introduced almost exactly 45 years later on January 18, 2010, during the Barrett-Jackson Collector Car Auction in Scottsdale, Arizona, where the first orders will be taken. Like the original, all 2011 GT350s will be white with Guardsman blue stripes with a manual transmission. In this case, a new 6-speed. However, unlike the originals, which were basically race cars for the streets with loud side exhaust and no back seat, the 2011 version showcases modern performance technology. In 65, the GT350s collaborized small block based 35 horsepower more than the Mustang's. I'm sorry, I keep messing up. Collaborized small block boasted 35 horsepower more than the Mustang's regular production 289 high-performance engine. This time around, thanks to Ford Racing's Whipple supercharger, the GT350s will sport nearly 200 more horsepower more than the 2011 Mustang GT's new 5.0 power plant. To be honest, we don't have a final power number yet, Boylan confessed in late December. We're trying for 600. In fact, Carroll is demanding 600. As you would expect from a car with such performance heritage, the new Shelby GT350 will be equipped with the latest handling and braking technology. Shelby American Vince LaViette used his experience in developing post-title Super Snakes and Shelby SR packages to add Ford Performance suspension plus caster and camber plates for precise alignment. Brakes are from Baer, incorporating 6-piston front calipers and aero-to-speed rear rotors, both cooled by functional ducting. For the exterior design, Boylan recruited her old friend Larry Woods from Mattel, a Hot Wheels designer for 40 years. Woods worked with LaViette to create the GT350's unique front, hood, side rockers, and rear, all of which will be supplied by a classic design concept. It was a great team effort, Boylan says. It looks retro, but still looks new and modern. The thing we're most excited about is that all the incorporations of all the greatest elements from Carroll's best Mustang in the 1960s. Things like the 65R model front face, the 67 hood scoop and grille, and the 69 center exiting exhaust. Boylan is especially proud of the unique Borla exhaust system, which ends with a pair of 3.5-inch rounded tips at the center of the rear valence. Borla outdid themselves with this one, says Amy. Their artists came when it comes to an exhaust quality and sound. They gave us just the right rumble. I was walking around the building when they started the GT350, and I thought it was one of the vintage cars. Boylan points out that the front of the GT350 prototype was a 3-piece front. But it will be one piece for production. Likewise, the 19-inch wheels made by Kregar, the same company that manufactured the original 5 spokes for the 65 GT350, will be slightly revised for production to clear the Baer 6-piston calipers. Shown here in white, the production calipers will be nickel-plated to match the wheels. Wood's treatment of the rear with the blacked out center panel lessens the angular appearance of the new Mustang taillights, something most enthusiasts will welcome. Don't be surprised if the rear, along with the GT350 components, show up in future Shelby Performance parts catalogs. Boylan says the interior is a throwback of the 69 Shelby with the black high back buckets with red stitching along with red, white, and blue inserts. The GT350 the GT350 is embroidered in the seat back with Carroll Shelby signature in the headrest, also including the GT350's steel plates, dash plates with the car's sequential serial number, and all pillar gauges packed with fuel pressure, oil pressure, and boost gauges. Something else that the new GT350 shares with the predecessor is the fact that it will be built at the Shelby American facility in Las Vegas, just like the early GT350s were assembled at the Shelby American hangar in Los Angeles Airport from 1965 to 1967. There are 2 ways to order a 2011 Shelby GT350. Thanks to Shelby American's relationship with Ford, you can order one from your Ford dealer who can have your car drop shipped at Shelby American for an installation of $3,395 GT350 package. Shelby will then ship the car back to your dealer for delivery, or you can buy a white 2011 Mustang GT with a 6-speed manual transmission and ship it to Shelby American yourself. Much the same as the GT500 Super Snake conversion. So what does Carroll Shelby think of the latest rendition of his GT350? I like it a lot, he says. It has enough of the old and enough of the new. That's particularly pleasing for Amy Boylan to hear. The GT350 is Carroll Shelby. The GT350 is special of his Mustangs. Carroll turns 87 in January, so we wanted to make sure we had the right car at the right time. We don't have the luxury of 3 years down the road. I hope he makes it to 100, and in the case, there would be a next generation GT350. But if there isn't, at least we've met our goal, and fundamentally and at least we have met our goal of fulfilling the destiny of Carroll Shelby. I think we've done that with this GT350. I'm so sorry for butchering that article. Reading it on my laptop was a little eh. And then, but the next 2 pages you're going to see is just basically a bunch of the pictures of the new Shelby American and them building some of the cars there. And then it just talks about some of the specifications of the GT350 and some of the options you could have got on it. There are quite a few different things from the 2011 to my 2014. Like, I don't have the red and blue stitching throughout my car. Mine's actually gold. I also don't have a center exhaust. I have a dual. They switched over. A lot of people did not like that. It's still a Borla exhaust, however. I also don't have bare brakes in my car. They are Willwoods by Shelby. Just a few little differences, nothing that big of a deal. You could also get, in the 2012s, a convertible, and you could get them in automatic and naturally aspirated. So, just a few different things. I'm still going to leave this up here for you guys to read, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them below. Thank you so much for listening to me, and I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe if y'all haven't already. Y'all hustle harder.